Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Mar and I play The Sims, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. So I'm going to be showing y'all my MC command settings. And what I mean by that is I'm going to be showing y'all the settings that I use that make my gameplay. This is my sim self, y'all. I just wanted to show y'all her, and she is all over my channel. If you pay attention to my channel, this is my sim self. So this is what I picture that I look like in real life. Doesn't have my name. She just has a random name. So her random name is just 𝓗𝓮𝓂. But that's not what this video is about. So she's living in this house. So I'm going to show y'all the first step to changing your settings. We're going to go into build and buy. Now, in build and buy, all you need to do is get a computer. I would suggest doing this in a random world. Don't do this in a world that you're playing it or whatever. You don't have to do all that, because as long as you change them, as long as you change the settings in one world, it'll affect all of the worlds, whatever. So just get a computer. It doesn't matter what kind of computer it is. It can be the most buzzed down computer like this one. You will see MC command is an option. So when you click on MC command, it will show you all of these options, all of these beautiful options. So there are so many options, and I'm gonna probably try to go over all of them, but I'm more than likely gonna try to go over the things that I changed in my game. So the main things that I technically changed in my game were in the MC command settings, the first option right here. So these have it has 6 categories, but within these categories there are more categories. So autosave. Now I don't have autosave on because sometimes like I might not be recording, or sometimes like I might not like what the gameplay is turning out like, so I might replay it if I want to. I personally don't use autosave, so I don't know how to use it. Next is going to be gameplay settings. So there's so many things in gameplay settings, so let's get started. So the first thing that we have is adopt neglected child. So I have this enabled. So basically what this means is that if a child is neglected, they will not be taken away by social services. They will be given to NPC households, which means that they will be adopted. So next is the game time speed. This is something that I was recently just tampering with. So if you are tired of your game going by so fast, which I was, because I noticed that my game would go by so fast, this is the setting for you. So I tested out 3 different settings. I tested out the 25 is just a regular 1 second. 1 second is 1 minute. 1 second in real life is 1 minute in the game, which I feel like is way too slow for me. Way too fast for me. So I needed to speed it up. So I tried 60, which I'm pretty sure it was probably about like 3 seconds in game. So I mean, not 3 seconds in game, 3 minutes. I mean, not 3 minutes. 3 seconds in real life was 1 second in game. And then I tried 100, which I was timing this. I tried 100, which was about almost 8 seconds in real life, was 1 minute in game. So I was like, nope, that's not enough for me. Actually no, it was 150. So then I changed it to 200, which is what it's on now. So 200 is about like 15 to 20 seconds in real life is 1 minute in game, which is actually great. Some of these, if you change it, you will notice that it will tell you that you have to reset your game for. So this is one of the things for that. So when you change this, I would suggest taking out all your mods and your custom content, because you're gonna have to especially when you want to test stuff out, you want to have to consecutively keep restarting your game. So I would suggest taking out all your mods and CC and only having MC command in your game. This is the maximum household size. So if you are confused on like why people might have more than 8 Sims in their household, this is what it is. So basically you can have up to 104 people in the house. Now the only way this is going to work is if your sim like has a baby, or if your pet has puppies or anything, or if you shift click on a person and you click add them to the house. But you cannot go into cast with the people. You cannot go into cast with more than 8 people, because it will only show 8 people in the household, and if you save it, then the other people who are in the household will be deleted out of the world completely. So I've had this happen to me a couple of times. Recently had this happen with Tia, and I went into Kaz because there was 9 people in the household, and we had just gave birth to Trey. I gave Trey a makeover, and they deleted Allie out the household because there were 9 people in the house. Well, 7 people, including 2 pets. So they deleted Allie out of the household. So that is something that you need to, do. Suggestion: when you have more than 8 people in the household, when you are giving makeovers, make a different household to put your other Sims in, and then when you're done, add them back into the household. Shift click them back into the household like that. Very simple, very easy, and you don't have to worry about none of your Sims getting deleted. So this is the maximum rename length. I was actually going to change this as well. So this basically means that you can't have more than these characters in someone's name. So the default for the regular game is that you cannot have more than 14 characters, which means you cannot have more than 14 letters in the name. So your name cannot be more than 14 letters, first or last. So this is the pause on zone. So this basically means that when you move to a different lot, your game will either be paused or play. One thing that I hated was when my game would play when I would move to a different lot, because I hated that, because I want to scan the area a little bit first. So, and I want to always start off pause to make sure that everything is perfect before my sim starts moving around. So that is why mine is enabled. So when I move to a different lot, or regardless, if I spawn into my world and I go to my sim's house, it will always be paused, which is something that I like. Difficulty: this I have my skill difficulty on 5. So that basically means that the skills, I put it on 5, so the minimum is -50. So 0. So the 0 is default, which is what is usually on. So this just changed the skill progression, and that basically means every negative point is -10%. So it will take slower to gain skills, and when you go higher, it'll be faster gain skills. So I put mine on 5 because I feel the way you gain skills is a little slow. I don't know. Then the random aging. So this says when enabled, the new Sims generated by the Sims 4 does not start at 0 days, which is perfect. I love that because at the end of the day, I feel everybody who is spawning should not be the same age. And I feel people should be different ages. People should be aging up in different days. I don't think everybody's birthday should be on the same day. Everybody's birthday do not need to be on the same day. So that is something good. That I also add story progression as well, because it ages people stuff. So then the next thing is the money settings. So there are quite a bit of settings, so let's go through these. So this is the allow child to pay bills. So I have this disabled. You can have yours enabled, that's fine. So the apartment bill, I never change anything that has to do with my bills. I keep all my bills the same. Auto bills, I change mine. I turn mine off because sometimes I might not want to pay bills at that time, so I turn mine off. Change bills percent, mine is on 0. Never change my bills. So the child support percent, this is very crucial, y'all. Crucial. And I need y'all to listen to me when I say this. This child support percent is lethal. Okay, I have my child percent on 50% at one point, and I was getting so much money, and it is so lethal. Even when I had it on 5%, I was still getting thousands of dollars, which was absolutely bonkers. This child support percent is not anything to play with. I had it on 50, so imagine what it'll be on 1,000. You know what I'm saying? You would get millions of dollars. So I'm just no, crazy. This is lethal. So I just have mine on 1% because I don't know. You can turn off you can turn it off. So basically, mine is on the unmarried only. So you can have yours on none, or you can have yours on married only or all. But I have mine on unmarried only. So that means that if you are if 2 people have a kid and they are not living in the same household and they are not married, then the dad would or the mother would have to, whoever the kid is living with has to get paid child support. So this is just notifications. So this is the console line. So this is stuff that y'all need to really be paying attention to. So these are my build and buy settings. So these are all enabled, which means that I do not have to enable these. I do not have to type in BB move objects. I don't have to type in none of that stuff. these are all enabled. So when you click on any of these, they have the same menus, and this just basically says when enabled, the 𝓲 will always be enabled when opening the game. And I would suggest, regardless of if you build it, if you don't, to put these enabled, because when you do, I know it's going to be a hassle trying to put all these cheats in, and I know it's going to be annoying. So enable that. It's the same thing with CAS. We got a full edit mode in CAS. You know, you don't have to type in CAS full edit mode, all that stuff. Debug commands and cheats enabled. I got all of this stuff enabled. The EA testing cheats will always be enabled, so that means that you don't have to put in testing cheats on, testing cheats true. Was I done with this? Oh no, I wasn't even on money. I was on this. Yeah, I'm done. So next is relationship settings. This is another important thing for story progression and for story in general. Allow team parenting. If you want team parents, this is the thing for you. You need to have this enabled, okay? Another thing you have to have enabled, this breakup settings, this basically, okay, let me go over this first. So this breakup move out sim, this is basically whether, like, if you break up with your spouse, if y'all are together and then y'all end up breaking up, obviously you might not want to live in the same house with them. So I have move out random sim. So whichever one want to move out, they move out. It's a 50-50 chance, so whoever move out, move out. So then another thing is the couple relationship change percent. So it's the percent change applied to each modifier that may make a boyfriend or girlfriend's relationship increase or decrease over time. A 0% value means that a relationship changes are disabled. So because of the fact that I'm doing YouTube now, I'm gonna put mine on 0, because I think that it's kind of foolish to have, like, you know, your relationship go down. Move children with breakup, I have this as a 45% chance. If you want to move out with your kids, that's definitely up to you. 45% chance. And then the spouse relationship change percent. So this is the percent change and the percent change applied to each modifier that may make spouse relationships increase or decrease over time. So I'm going to put this at a 0 as well. So those are my stuff that I wanted to change. So then this is the relationship decay percent. I have mine on 0, so this means that the relationships that you have will not decrease at all. Then it's another one for romantic. So then the friendship difficulty adjustment. So I have this on 0 because I am not about to, you know what I'm saying? 0% is hard enough for my Sims to make friends. So I did not want to make it harder. I have the same thing for romance because it's difficult as fuck. And then I have relationship culling. I have bypass relationship culling. I have to look up a couple of things to figure out what this was. And even now, I don't know really what it is, but since this MC command updated and put descriptions, basically relationship culling follows EA's rules and deletes romantic relationships accordingly. So I turned it off. I've been had it off for a minute now. So with the cats and the animals in general, for the child I have 7 days, which means they're going to be a puppy for a week. And then for the dog I have 7 days as well. Oh, I didn't mean to go to that. I meant to go to the adult, and for the adult I have 17 days. And I wanted to go over the MC pregnancy really quickly because I wanted to go over the teen pregnancy if you are interested in that. So let's click on the pregnancy installation. So there are a lot of options. I'm not about to go over all of these, but basically these are going to allow you to who can get pregnant at. So this is like the ages that you will allow to get pregnant. So I have teen, young adult, and adult. Then we have bypass active sim relationships, which means that people can have hookups and get pregnant. Bypass play households, which means that play households can go off and do their own thing. Male pregnancy I have disabled. Pregnancy percentage, this is crucial. Okay, so you know that your teens are gonna go out and they're gonna mess around about wow. But how often are you willing to want to see teen pregnancy versus a young adult pregnancy and adult pregnancy? I have teen pregnancy on 30%, I have young adult pregnancy on 45%, and I have adult pregnancy on 50%. So those are pretty decent percentages. Offspring, so these are basically, I'm not gonna go through all of these, I'm just gonna go do a summary. Basically how many babies your sim can be pregnant with at one time. So you can change these. I'm pretty sure, I don't know what's the maximum, might be, let's see maximum offspring. 6. So your sim can be pregnant with maximum 6 babies at one time. And it'll also like tell you like, do you want to only have girls or only have boys, half and half, or how much percentage more do you want to have boys and girls, or how much percentage more do you want to have girls and boys. And then basically that's what it is. So then next we have other pregnancies, and the other pregnancies is it goes over the how long you want to have pregnancy, so the pregnancy duration, which I have mine on 9 days. And then, do you want your sims to be pregnant aging up? Do you want them to have random moods? Do you want them to, that's basically what this is. Adoption settings. So with the adoption settings is basically like, you know, this is more so for like LGBTQ. If you are gay and you want to adopt, this is more so. Or if your sims are gay and they're living in a different household and they want to adopt, this is probably what it is. So it's basically like how the percentage of how more often would your sim adopt a baby. So I think I'm on like 70%, and then the same sex, I believe. I mean, opposite. Not same sex, opposite. I have it on 30% because, you know, more than likely if you adopt, it's probably because you can't reproduce. So, adoption ages. So, basically, like, what ages want to become adopted, or which ages would you want to be adopted. And then, yeah. So, marriage sim selector. These are the valid marriage ages. And, like, do you want homeless people to get married, and how often will people get married? All of that stuff. And then this is the spouse sim selection. So valid spouse ages, like who will be able to become a spouse basically. So and there's pet pregnancy settings. So this basically like how many puppies or kittens can they have, what age do they have to be, what age do the other person that's getting them pregnant have to be, or the age that you know when you get another puppy pregnant have to be. And that's technically it for the pregnancy. So MC career. To go over these quite literally shortly. This is a field career inactive only. So this will basically mean that sims that you do not control have a chance to have a career, which is good because they usually be unemployed. How much percentage of the teens, how much percentage of the adults, how much percentage of the elders, can children quit school, can teens quit school, and how difficult will the career be. The MC cleaner, this basically cleans out relationships, the neighborhoods. You can bypass family ghosts, which means that when running the clean coast sims process, don't delete a ghost if they're in the family tree. So you can delete ghosts and then they won't delete. You know what I'm saying? So that basically means like if somebody dies, you know how the sims they go off into the afterlife after a certain point of time, you can't contact them no more. If you have that enabled, that basically means that as long as the person is in your family tree, they will always be in the world as a ghost. So MC clubs, this is something I really I kept most of them the basics, but the one thing that I changed was this. I put this on the maximum because I know I hate having to wait to add people into clubs and do all this stuff, so I put mine on 50. Cause fuck 8. The default is 8. The default amount of people that you can have is 8. You got me fucked up. So that's the only thing that I changed. Everything else that I changed, everything else on there I kept the same. I did not change anything else. So this is just the example for vampires. So this is basically the maximum vampires you can have in the world. Can they get pregnant? When their dark form will come, I guess. The experience, or how much experience they have. The level on age up. The aging maximum. The risky vampirism thing. MC Turner? No, not MC Turner. Fuck. Oh no, it is MC Turner. So MC Turner, actually it's nothing. Oh yes, it is. Okay, this is something that y'all need to be going to. This is stuff that is going to change your life forever. And when I say change your life forever, I mean change your life forever. Friendly stay the night. Put this on enable. Friendly ask if single. Put that on enable. Cause I had a mod for this. It should not be friendly to ask somebody are they single. Kisses are always fatal. I have this on enable. Always emotional deaths. Allow emotional deaths. Please disable this. Disable this. Because why your sims dying because they peed on themselves and nobody was around? Disable this. Disable that. If you don't have it disabled, you are living life wrong. Stop random flirting. Don't care. I got that enabled. I got that disabled. Allow monster under the bed. Please disable this. When I found out this is literally a thing, I disabled this so quick. Because why are my kids not being able to sleep because this imaginary ass monster is under their bed? Disable this shit. Disable this shit. Allow team movement. I got this enabled. Allow multiple best friends. Please enable that shit. Please enable it. Put away book fix. I have this disabled. Disable witness death. I have this enabled. Allow instant upgrades. I think I have this enabled. No, I meant to say disabled. Yeah. And then allow child care babel. I have this enabled because why can't children perform baby care interactions? Enable that. Please enable that. Another thing I have, this is just mischief, like random stuff. Autonomous proposals. I have that enabled. I have autonomous marriage. Flirting. This is just stuff. That's just stuff that's gonna basically enhance gameplay, because y'all know when you playing with a female sim and you want the boyfriend to get married to her or propose to her, but you need to move him in the household. Yeah, that shit. But anyways, I think I went over everything. I think we got a good little bit in, basically, to go over my settings for my MC command to make my game what it is. I think the next video I might do is the mods that I got in my game, because I know people probably be like, oh yeah, this is the blah, blah, blah. And yeah, so I need to go over the mods that I have in my game. But I hope that y'all enjoyed this. I hope that y'all were helped with this video, and I really do hope that I help somebody. Make sure that y'all like, that y'all subscribe, and that y'all go follow me on TikTok, and go follow me on Twitch, and also go follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And yeah.